Banter.
They're starting to sweat now.
Breaking news.
Have you decided if you're going to play on?
100% footy tonight.
Get one pair of designer multifocals, no gap, from the $199 range with selected health funds. Includes standard multifocal lenses. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Macca's right.
The new cheesy quarter pounder. Don't Macca's walk, Macca's run.
What just happened?
Someone crashed your pool party, lad. Worry, with 10 years at the top, Budget Direct got you comprehensively covered.
#hard landing. Not as hard as it seems. You're with Budget Direct.
Money Magazine's Insurer of the Year for 10 years in a row.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
Your dishwasher works day in, day out, which can impact how it cleans. Add Finish Dishwasher Deep Cleaner. Its powerful formula helps remove built-up grease, working to clean pipes and improve your machine's performance. For a deep clean, it all starts with Finish.
This is what pre-flight mornings look like around here. Doing the coffee run, not the M1. Finding yourself the perfect park. So go on, take your pick from over 250 flights a week from Newcastle Airport. Ah, that's the Newy way.
Some people think that Bear only offers bear cremations.
We get it. It's how we started. But 7 years later, we've come a long way.
While our values of ease and affordability are the same as the day we started, Bear now offers memorials, funerals, and even burial services.
Today, our goodbyes are as diverse as the families we serve. For some, the right goodbye is a bear cremation. For others, it's a celebration at the pub or a traditional funeral at a chapel.
So yes, we still do cremations, but we also do everything else.
It's just one of the ways Bear is making one of the hardest times in life that little bit easier.
Bear. Funerals made easier.
Thinking about building? McDonald Jones Ready Set Build offer gives you $20,000 off your home price, a 20-month price lock, and a 20 grand design studio voucher. Visit a display home today.
It was a neighbourly gesture, but it's left 101-year-old Nala angry.
I might be an old lady, Mitchell, but I'm not blind.
Aussie life comes with the odd ouch, knock and ache. But for 70 years, Aussies have trusted one name. So, whatever the day brings, that's one for Panadol.
Thank you.
Over 300 years of blending the best quality teas to elevate your everyday. It's always time for Twinings.
Confidence comes from the inside, but sometimes we need a little outside help. Ascend a Life, protecting Australians' confidence with life insurance.
I'm just going for a break.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
For fast pain relief, it's not just the medicine that matters, it's how efficiently your body can absorb it. Try Panadol Optizorb. The difference is in the science. Patented Optizorb technology provides more consistent absorption for effective pain relief.
This is the week.
I feel tension coming.
Uptown and downtown crack wide open.
That's me off because you didn't ask me if you borrow my trades.
I did come to you.
Bad blood.
Children.
Flips. Bathroom week.
You girls have got so much help this week. If I was in this competition, I would be blowing up.
Into a frenzy.
What's your problem? Stop talking, otherwise we'll sort it out.
It's game on.
Tonight, 7:30 on 9.
In NBN News, a 46-year-old man charged with domestic violence murder of a woman in Port Macquarie calls for a stake in the Port of Newcastle to be back in public hands. And Ocean Lancaster takes out the Tweed Coast Pro. Details next. Tonight, a man arrested over a woman's death in Port Macquarie calls for governments to snap up a potential stake in the Port of Newcastle. And a record-breaking Sail GP event for Team Australia.
This is NBN News with Natasha Beyersdorf.
Good evening. There's been a major development in the police investigation 8 months on from a woman's death in Port Macquarie. Strikeforce Hazen detectives today swooping on a houseboat, accusing a man of the murder of 31-year-old Megan Tangi.
Setting off at sunrise, police hit the water at Port Macquarie with a target in their sights. Boarding a houseboat moored on the Hastings River near Westport Park and arresting a man on board. Strikeforce Hazen detectives alleging the 47-year-old is responsible for the death of Megan Tangi.
He's been brought back to Port Macquarie Police Station where he is going to be charged with murder for domestic violence. They were known to each other and believed to be in a relationship at the time.
31-year-old Megan was found at a property in Gore Street on December 27 last year and died soon after in Port Macquarie Hospital. Police investigating since and telling media today they will allege she's been assaulted.
So I can say that the cause of death, which is determined in the final findings, was as a result of blunt force trauma injuries.
The 47-year-old man was today refused bail to face bail court tomorrow. Kendra Jewell, NBN News.
And if you or someone you know needs help or support, you can call 1-800-RESPECT on 1-800-737-732. A court has heard there were inadequate procedures in relation to recruiting the driver responsible for the Hunter Valley wedding bus crash. Link Bus Lines and directors Christopher Fogg and Anthony Royal have pleaded guilty to heavy vehicle law breaches with a sentencing hearing today in Gosford Court. The defence argued while Link didn't have a recruitment policy, Brett Button was subject to independent driver testing and passed. The case returns to court on Wednesday. Newcastle Greens councillors are pushing for governments to buy back a 50% stake in the Port of Newcastle, with co-owner Macquarie Asset Management considering a sale of its half share. Council is writing to state and federal MPs urging a public return. The port was privatised in 2014, with China Merchants Group continuing to hold the other stake. Staff at Taree Aquatic Club had just started to find their feet months after the 2025 floods. But now, Salos is set to be out of action for a while after a blaze engulfed the inside of the building this morning.
A much-loved club, now a no-go zone.
Very devastating feeling.
The interior of Taree Aquatic Club, or Salos, damaged by smoke after an early morning blaze today.
And then to be woken up in the early hours of the morning this morning and then have a fire in our building was just gut-wrenching.
20 firefighters worked to bring the fire, which started about 1 a.m, under control.
Approximately 45 minutes to start to bring the fire under control, and then another few hours thereafter doing overhaul to make sure we've extinguished properly.
The exact cause of the fire is still unknown. Forensic investigators have been combing through the scene this morning. However, police are not treating the blaze as suspicious. It's a devastating blow for staff and directors who have spent the past year restoring the club after it was damaged in the 2025 floods.
We thought we'd turn the corner and, you know, our trading had picked up, our community's been behind us, it's been wonderful, and then to have this setback is sort of turning back the clock.
The team now preparing for a hard road forward.
Moving forward for us now, obviously this is all going to be referred to our insurers. And then we'll take each day at a time.
Kendra Jewell, NBN News.
Police are continuing investigations following a pursuit on the Central Coast. Officers were called to a Blue Haven home around 7 p.m. yesterday and were told a 35-year-old man had breached a domestic violence order. He was later found at Toukley, with police trying to stop a Holden Commodore. A chase began and the car was tracked to Tumbiumbi before officers lost sight of the vehicle. Waterfront and electrical workers who maintain and operate machinery loading coal onto ships have begun the first industrial action at Newcastle Coal Infrastructure Group in the company's history. And it could level up. Union members aren't ruling out walking off the job as they fight for better conditions.
It runs 24/7, but a pay dispute could soon see work at the Newcastle Coal Infrastructure Group terminal soon come to a halt.
There's a lot of coal being moved, there's a lot of money being made, a lot of profits. It's only fair that some of that's shared with the workers.
After 6 months of failed discussions, workers are now undertaking overtime bans and work stoppages. Employees have been under their current agreement for 16 years. The Maritime Union says inflation has outstripped wage growth, so it's asking for a 20% pay increase over 4 years, family-friendly rostering like working more hours over fewer days, plus a shake-up to public holiday arrangements.
They don't receive any more money when they work on those public holidays, they don't get any more additional time off. So we're seeking some fairer outcome there when people are working public holidays.
NCIG has offered a 16% pay rise over 4 years, today telling NBN News it respects the right of MUA and electrical trade union members to take protected action and remains committed to continuing constructive discussions. The MUA also wants a deal but isn't ruling out rallies at the gates.
This isn't about, jumping ahead and this is about trying to keep up and keep pace and ensure that their wages aren't going backwards in real terms.
Jack Marnie, NBN News.
Detectives have released CCTV as investigations ramp up into a robbery and assault at a Muswellbrook bottle shop earlier this year. A Holden Cruise sedan was seen near the business on the corner of Maitland Road and Sydney Street on May 22. Police claim 3 people forced entry and assaulted an employee before stealing alcohol. A 17-year-old boy is already facing charges, while detectives are hoping to talk to this woman. A man's been bailed to face a Newcastle judge in October after $215,000 worth of cannabis was allegedly seized on the Central Coast. Officers stopped a northbound van on the M1 at Allison on August 11 and claimed they found 44 kilograms of cannabis in 4 bags while searching the vehicle. The 39-year-old driver was arrested and charged with commercial drug supply. Very pleasant conditions weather-wise across the region today, ahead of some rain that's moving in for us tomorrow. Top temperatures, very warm. We got into the mid-20s mostly, around 22 degrees at Newcastle, Singleton, up to 25 degrees. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, a cash boost for a Newcastle live music venue, and how days out fishing sparked a business idea for a Port Stephens mumtrepreneur.
Coming up on 9 News, the AFL boss bans the 5 sanctioned Swans from the Brownlow. From St George to Campbelltown, the plan to fix our emergency departments under pressure. An Australian epilepsy breakthrough for little Bodie. And the personal reason why Joey Manu's signing with the PNG Chiefs. See you at 6.
Rough cold, bro. Try Vicks Vapor Drops with Vicks Mentholated Vapors. How's the nose and throat? Try Vicks Extra Soothing Vapor Drops with real honey.
Macca's run.
The new cheesy quarter pounder. Don't Macca's walk, Macca's run.
There's a funny thing about luck. For every win, chances are there's going to be a wobble. When the lucky country isn't so lucky.
Go Harvey Norman for hot deals on Manchester and bedding. Stay warm and wrap yourself in comfort with neutral and chocolate Lee Avenue quilt covers, exclusive to Harvey Norman from just $129 each. Spoil yourself and indulge in restful sleep. Best prices at Harvey Norman.
Looking to sell your RV? Australian Motorhomes and Caravans offers a quick and reliable option to sell, trade or consign pre-loved RVs at a fair price. We'll also handle all appointments, demos and delivery. Save the sales hassles. Call Australian Motorhomes and Caravans today.
Get ready to transform your home at the Hunter Valley Home Show. Over 150 companies, live workshops and demos all weekend. August 28 to 30. Tickets at ruralscene.com.au.
Aids of Lochinvar has been the place to go for a Cupra for 60 years. Every Cupra has a story. When will yours begin? A Cupra at Aids of Lochinvar.
And don't forget my cough syrup.
Is it a dry or chesty cough? Hello?
Don't take a chance. Take Vicks Dry and Chesty Cough Syrup. Its dual action formula relieves both dry and chesty cough. Vicks Dry and Chesty Cough Syrup.
A boy who helped save a woman and a 5-year-old girl from the scene of a fatal fire at Swansea Heads on Thursday has now left John Hunter Hospital. 16-year-old Mace Jefferson severed his Achilles tendon running into the burning home and now faces a long road to recovery after surgery. 87-year-old Deirdre Geary remains in hospital in a stable condition with burns. One of her twin granddaughters made it out, but sadly the other girl was found dead at the scene. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation. One of Newcastle's top nightclubs is undergoing a full venue upgrade worth more than $500,000. The King Street Hotel will debut new stage and sound equipment by December, set to attract more bands and fans.
Lights, camera, action. It's all systems go at King Street Hotel, with owners gearing up to spend big on the venue.
Every level where we put live music on will be enhanced. It'll get new equipment.
The upgrades spanning from the band room to the club level and warehouse.
Our equipment here has been inherited from the Cambridge, so it is getting to the end of its lifespan.
The improvements funded by a $500,000 state government venue upgrade grant.
It'll make it more attractive for national and international acts. Part of this is supporting local musicians, and that's what it's all about for us here in Newcastle.
King Street chipping in an extra $150,000 on top.
It's appealing for bands because it means it's more affordable for them to travel and perform. They don't have to take as much equipment on the road. We'll actually be providing like floor packages and opportunities where bands can pick and choose. So the experience is different from each artist.
Mo Matthew has already started placing orders for new equipment, with the changeover set to be complete within months.
I think by the end of the year we'll be fully flipped, and in December is when we're aiming for it. Things are expensive, so when you're handing your money over, you want to make sure you're getting a great experience. So it does put us on the map.
Risa Utama, NBN News.
A new program to fast-track treatments for rare childhood diseases has provided world-first medication to a Central Coast baby with epilepsy. 8-month-old Bodhi Higginson suffered up to 60 seizures a day, which have stopped with the aid of a drug known as ABS 1230. The medication had only been trialled in adults before, with Sydney Children's Hospital Network's Innovative Therapies pathway helping approve and deliver treatment within 6 weeks. Bodhi has since returned home from hospital. A tax break made permanent has a Port Stephens mumtrepreneur weighing up ways to expand her small business. Stephanie Feta place's frustration over a lack of sun protection for her baby sparked an idea for a unique clothing item snapped up by nationwide retailers.
When standard sun safety options weren't cutting it for her daughter, Stephanie Feta Place decided to build a solution herself.
Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo.
The idea struck 2 years ago during a family fishing trip.
I had Kyra ready to go in the best fishing gear that I could find, but it left her legs exposed. So I had a muslin wrap around my body in the carrier just to try and keep her safe.
That frustration led to Little Fish-O, an ultraviolet protection factor, or UPF 30 onesie, designed for active outdoor kids, which is also water resistant. First offered in 3 stores in far north Queensland, that became 12 nationwide. And this month, the product hit shelves at her local BCF in Rutherford.
Just crazy to me that Little Fish-O, which started as an idea at our kitchen table, is now in Australia's biggest outdoor retailer.
The step up for Little Fish-O comes as legislation has now passed federal parliament, making the instant asset write-off program permanent. It's hoped to help more Australians grow their small business. Multiple claims can be made for operations with an annual turnover of less than $10 million, so long as each purchase is under the $20,000 cap. And that's got sole trader Stephanie planning for her business's future.
We haven't applied for it yet, but it's definitely something I'm going to look into this week, because that for us would literally be life-changing.
Danny Geddes, NBN News.
What a great idea. Adam Murray's here now with sport. Adam, Tom Slingsby has produced another sailing masterclass.
He does it all the time. Good evening, Tash. And Lake Macquarie's Ian Jensen was a helping hand. After the break, the Flying Roos blitzed the field at the German Sail GP. And more medals for Newcastle's track stars in Poland.
Make the smart choice. Switch to AGL and stay for a $150 bill credit for electricity, plus another $150 for gas. That's up to $300 in energy bill credits. Switch online today. AGL, proudly Australian.
Wake up, no more nap, your turn is coming up.
We don't need to disconnect to be connected. Renault Symbio's full hybrid e-tech. Renault Symbio's full hybrid e-tech self-charging.
Dandruff keeps coming back? Maybe you need a strong scalp. Head & Shoulders removes up to 100% of dandruff and strengthens your scalp microbiome to prevent dandruff from coming back. Head & Shoulders.
At Simplicity Funerals, celebrating life is our life's work. Say goodbye your way. We'll make it easy. Simplicity Funerals. Rest easy.
As a registered supported home provider, Nurse Next Door is making lives better. From companionship to personal care and specialised nursing, we are here to help you get started. Contact us today and discover the Nurse Next Door difference.
Go Harvey Norman hot deals on laptops. Hot deal on this Acer Aspire Lite, now under $450. Save $500 on this super fast HP laptop with Intel Ultra Core 5 processor, now under $1,200. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Go! McDonald Jones and Newcastle Permanent have joined forces for the homegrown deal. Build a brand new McDonald Jones home with a discounted home loan rate, plus access to over $40,000 of added value. Visit a display today.
This Sport Report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shop best brands, best range, best prices.
It was a record-breaking weekend for Team Australia at Germany's SailGP event in more ways than one. The Flying Roos recorded their 5th win this season on a milestone weekend for the Central Coast. Tom Slingsby.
The Flying Roos were off to a flying start on day 2 in Germany.
Keep turning. Keep turning. Ankle. Pressing. Yep, pressing.
Until the wind dropped and they were overtaken by the entire field. But the Aussies were better for it. It happened again in the most important race of the day.
It was massive deja vu heading into that final when the wind started shutting down. Race 1, we went from first to last.
The Aussies holding on in trying conditions as the Central Coast Tom Slingsby skippered the side to their 5th win this season.
Nice work, guys.
I think we learned a lot of lessons in that first race about how to keep the boat foiling or just find the breeze quickly, and we managed to stay foiling all the way around the track, so we're stoked.
The day previously, the skipper marked a milestone of his own, 100 SailGP race wins. The victory in Germany has pushed Team Australia 14 points clear on top of the table with 3 stops left. The next one is in Spain in 12 days' time. Montana Claire, NBN News.
Jess Hull came agonisingly close to claiming gold at the Diamond League event in Poland this morning. The Newcastle runner pushed to the front at the bend, but the Aussie was run down in the final metres of the 1 mile, finishing in 2nd. Fellow Novocastrian Rose Davies held on in a tight field for bronze in the 5,000. Merriweather board rider Ocean Lancaster is cementing his spot on top of the World Surf League's Junior Tour rankings, claiming another Tweed Coast Pro win at the weekend. Later in the year, the 17-year-old will captain Australia at the ISA World Junior Championships in El Salvador. He's back in action tomorrow at the Noosa Junior Pro. Maitland is closing in on a 5th straight Newcastle Rugby League Premiership, becoming the first to book in a grand final spot. The Pickers comprehensive winners over the Butcher Boys, boosted by the return of their star half. Already without Chad O'Donnell, Central quickly had both first-choice halves on the sideline when Travis May came reeling out of a tackle early in its clash against Maitland. Before the Butcher Boys even had a time to adjust, the Pickers were piling on the points. 2 tries in just 5 minutes.
Perry's going to go straight through and score.
Ethan Hamilton crashed over in the first half, but the visitors still headed into the sheds down by 16.
Here was Sopolola looking for 2. No, he selfishly gives it away.
It became all one-way traffic after the break. Brock Lamb and his long-awaited return from an ankle injury steered the Pickers to another grand final.
Lamb cuts back in field. Burgess has got a hat-trick.
The star half also crossing over in the 52-6 thumping.
He steps back in field. He's going to get over. He'll get one as well.
Central will quickly regroup to host Saturday's preliminary final against South, which held on to defeat the entrants yesterday.
He has to look at the clock, puts it on the toe here for Fanning. Fanning, Butler, it's hit him in the head.
Falcon.
Picked up by Howard. Howard has it. Souths have it. The game's over.
South survive.
Tigers half Brendan O'Hagan scored the opener, but it was a short-lived 4-point lead.
Badiris onto Howard. Howard cutting a ball for Affleck for the corner. Steps back in field. He's there.
A short ball from Quincy Ross gave the Lions the advantage early in the second half before Mitch Black used his right boot to put his side more than a converted try in front. Chasing points, Tigers fullback Tony Pello looked on his way to the try line.
Affleck's coming from the clouds. Pello and Affleck.
Oh, Jacob Affleck.
Harley Ridge did cross 10 minutes later for the Tigers, but their season would soon be over, losing 12-10. Singleton's Molly Thomas has kick-started her AFLW career with a debut to remember for the Swans in their 24-point win over Essendon yesterday. After a tough week for the Sydney club, close to 17,000 fans turned out for the women's game in their doubleheader at the SCG, more than doubling the previous attendance record set back in 2022. And the North Stars have claimed a record 5th minor premiership in the Australian Ice Hockey League, storming home to beat the Sydney Bears 8-5. It's the first time in more than a decade Newcastle has lifted the H. Newman Reid Trophy. North Stars are now in pursuit of more silverware. They're straight through to the semi-finals this Saturday with a shot at securing their first Goodall Cup since 2016. Tash, let's hope they go all the way.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Adam. Stay with us. Lauren Kempe's in next with the latest on our weather.
Coming up on the news, the suspended Swans players banned from the Brownlow as the AFL boss hints at further sanctions. A dramatic escape for a mother and daughter as their home goes up in flames in Sydney's southwest. Why Harry and Meghan could call Australia home. They're running red lights, so who's responsible when driverless cars go rogue? Thousands of new jobs up for grabs at Australia Post, and the personal reason why Joey Manu's signing with the PNG Chiefs. All of that coming your way at 6.
Gifts built
for Dad.
Ryobi 1 Plus 18-volt drill driver kit, $99.98. Jumbuck charcoal drum barbecue and smoker, just $109. Make
Dad's Day. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
I got 2 words for you. Loyalty program. Snagged this hotel for $385 a night.
You didn't check Trivago? I got it for $270.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 30%. Hotel Trivago.
Wake up, no more nap, your turn is coming up.
We don't need to disconnect to be connected. Renault Symbio's full hybrid e-tech. Renault Symbio's full hybrid e-tech self-charging.
Census night was Tuesday, the 11th of August. The census is compulsory for each household. There's still time to complete it. Visit census.abs.gov.au or call us. Authorised by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Canberra.
Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Whitelaw McDonald Lawyers offer a no-win, no-fee service. Call Whitelaw McDonald Lawyers, representation you can rely on and trust.
I've always looked after myself, but when I got injured at work, everything changed. Bale Boshev stepped in and they didn't muck around. Get a fighter on your side. Call Bale Boshev Lawyers.
The Newcastle Hino 300 Series plate run-out is on now. This is your opportunity to save thousands on all Hino 2026 300 Series trucks. Stocks are limited and the savings won't last. Test drive today at Newcastle Hino.
This weather report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shop best brands, best range, best prices.
week out from spring and you can certainly feel it. The days are warming up and the change in seasons will bring storms to parts of our region this week. First of all, thank you to Tracy Rigby for this sunset shot at Nelson Bay Beach yesterday. A beautiful end to the weekend with clouds clearing for a mostly blue sky Monday. Overnight, Australia's east and west coasts each saw some light showers, while the Alice had decent totals of around 20 millimetres as that late winter system pushed through. On the satellite, cloud is producing storms and heavy showers over central and southern parts of the country. This will now push into inland northern New South Wales and Queensland. Despite this high sitting in the bite, instability is building throughout our southeastern interior. Over the next couple of days, low pressure troughs will generate scattered storms and at times heavy rain. We're likely to see areas of flash flooding, mainly around southern inland New South Wales and central Victoria, with totals between 50 to 100 millimetres possible. Regions further north, as you can see, west of the Divide will receive slightly less than that, though for many these totals will be much needed. It's going to be overcast in Adelaide, Melbourne, Canberra and Sydney tomorrow. A little more sunshine in between the clouds throughout Brisbane though, topping out at 26 degrees after a 15-degree start. It was a gorgeous start to the week across the Hunter today. We got to maximums of 23 in Singleton, Maitland got up to 24 degrees and Nobby's 22 was the top. Only light northerly winds over the course of the day tomorrow, with rain arriving around mid-afternoon through to Wednesday, and that's when we could also begin to see a few storms begin to flare up. Tomorrow we're getting to similar daytime maximums along our coast of 23 degrees at Newcastle and Wallsend. Nelson Bay's up to 24, Bulahdelah 25 degrees. Further west, a few more showers topping out at 22 in Cessnock, 21 degrees at Muswellbrook and Merriwar. Coastal conditions for tomorrow, we have a strong wind warning in place with 2.5 metre seas and a 1.5 metre swell, northerly winds up to 30 knots. We've got that morning high tide coming in at around 6:37 with the afternoon low right on midday. Sun to rise at 6:18 and setting at about 5:30. Showers likely in Newcastle tomorrow and then storms also likely on Wednesday. 21 degrees the top there. We're going to see those clouds begin to clear from Thursday onwards with a few showers possible around this coming weekend. 21 degrees the top in Scone tomorrow, and we could receive some decent totals up to around 20 millimetres, but they will be short-lived. And in Gosford, we've got a top of 22 tomorrow. A few light showers clearing late Wednesday through to Thursday for a partly cloudy day and a top of 19 degrees. And checking out the surf across some of our local beaches today, the water temperature is starting to feel really nice right along our local coastline and Merriweather Beach. We've got some board riders there that are obviously making the most of slightly cleaner conditions to start off our week. Plenty of sunshine. We're going to see these clouds begin to increase tomorrow, and Tash, hopefully these conditions will last as well.
Lauren, thank you. Finally tonight, 3 Hunter brothers are embarking on the Mark Hughes Foundation's Larapinta Trek this week. Led by Club Maitland CEO Ian Martin, the trio's already raised more than $60,000 for brain cancer research, inspired by family member Liz's health journey.
We've supported Mark Hughes Foundation for probably a decade now, just through selling the beanies every year that they've had them.
Continuing the family effort, Hayley will take on Mount Everest Base Camp with the foundation in November. Tremendous effort. That's NBN News for this Monday. 9's News is up next. Thanks for your company from all the team here. Good night.